Good morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. If I'm completely honest, this is not at all where I was expecting to start this vlog, but as I said when I started this channel, I wanted to show you guys like the good, the bad, the ugly of flight attending. So as you can probably see right now, this is definitely the ugly. So yesterday I was meant to have a day where I would operate from Auckland to Sydney and then jump on a flight from Sydney to Melbourne where I would PAX and where I'd finish in Melbourne. And I think I have about 18 or 19 hours here in Melbourne before I have to wake up this morning and head off to Delhi. So before we even signed on yesterday, we got a email saying that our sign on would be pushed back 45 minutes because the aircraft left late from New York. And so the aircraft was delayed when we showed up to the airport. It was a really early sign-on. I woke up at about 5 a.m. And then we operated the flight. We got a further delay then on the tarmac in Sydney due to bad weather, and then we had quite a while for our baggage to come out, which meant that we actually missed our paxing flight to Melbourne. So then when we went to check in, we kind of like assumed that they would have already changed our flight because we had called operations to let them know that we weren't going to make our flight because we were still waiting for our baggage, but they hadn't changed it yet. So then we had to wait at check-in for maybe about another 20 minutes, and we had the most amazing girl at check-in counter. She like kept searching our name because she could obviously tell we're quite tired. She was so lovely. And anyway, they got us on the 1:30 flight, which was not too bad. Like, it's pretty good. We only had an hour and a half delay. So we checked our bags and we went to the domestic terminal. But then when we got to the domestic terminal, they told us that the 1:30 flight was full and that would be moved to the 4:15 flight. So we sat around the domestic terminal for about 4 hours. So honestly, it was a really long day. I think by the time we finally got to Melbourne, it was about 6:30 by the time we checked into the hotel, which would have been like 8:30 New Zealand time. So that's a pretty long duty time from 5 a.m. to 8:30. And I know people are probably thinking like, you do New Yorks and things like that. But the truth is, when we do New Yorks, we obviously get our rest where we can go and we can lay down, and just not being in public really helps your rest, obviously. But it was kind of like a bit of a go all day, and we were constantly like out in public, so we couldn't really sleep or, you know, really rest or anything like that. So it just ended up being a really long day, and then we only got about 12 hours here in Melbourne. So I quickly went to the supermarket and got some dinner, and I tried to pass out as best as I could. The only thing was, because of the weather in Sydney, they did leave my bags out in the rain. So when I got here, all my clothes were wet, my pajamas were wet. And so, yeah, it was a little bit hard to fall asleep, unfortunately. And then I got woken up because obviously my body is quite exhausted. I've just woken up with like some really bad nausea and stomach pain. So I haven't even been able to get to sleep the best that I could. So as you guys can probably tell, my face even just looks swollen. Like my eyes are puffy, I'm tired, but I did sleep pretty well considering I'm still exhausted. But yeah, as I said, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, can't have amazing long layovers all the time and amazing fun. I'm going to have so much fun in India. Hopefully have some really good sleeps as well and be able to catch up. But yeah, it's actually time to get up now and get ready for this flight. So let's go. All right, so I don't really know how I accomplished it, but I think I do kind of look human now, which is good. So I just got my wake-up call, so I just made my oats. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have a hydrolyte and hopefully be a person on this flight. Honestly, I just remember this is how I always used to feel at Emirates. I was always tired at Emirates. So I don't know if it's just because I'm older now that I'm like, oh, but yeah, I need to get over it. It's not that bad. But yeah, I'm ready for this flight. Hopefully it's gonna go well. I feel like passengers on Delhi flights are usually really lovely. So yeah, expecting the same today. Nice friendly passengers, things like that, so it should be good. Anyway guys, I'll probably talk to you again when I arrive in New Delhi. I have an adventure to go on today. I'm very excited. I'm with Caitlin again, so I hope you guys will enjoy coming with us. Just a little bit of a hint, I've already done the pink city, I've done the blue city, and now I'm going to do the white city. So if you know what the white city is, you will be joining us on our way. All right, see you soon. Hey guys, so I've just finished getting ready. I got in last night and absolutely crashed because I was destroyed after the flight, but saying that, it was a super nice flight. But it's been a bit of a hectic morning because now I have just gotten ready and getting ready to head to Udaipur, which is the white city. So I'm really excited. It was a crazy coincidence because me and Caitlin are going, and it turns out our flight crew are actually going as well. So we're about to go downstairs and hop in an Uber with them, but I am running late. So I'm going to go right now and I will see you guys in Udaipur. So we have arrived here in Udaipur, and so far it's been a really nice morning. It wasn't as early as when I went to Jodhpur, which has been nice because I'm not completely exhausted. But so far it looks incredible. Our hotel is amazing. The flight went really, really well. And yeah, I'm really, really excited. So I'm gonna go head out now to go to a city palace. And then the plan is to go on a walking tour, which we're gonna have to cut a little bit short because we're gonna go on a like sunset boat ride around the lakes here, which look absolutely incredible. So we're very excited. Good morning guys, and welcome to day 2 in Udaipur. We had an absolutely amazing day yesterday, but man, it was full. So we woke up, I think I woke up at like 4:30 and I went to the gym before we met. And then it was just such a huge day. Like we got on our flight, and then once we arrived, obviously we went and saw the city palace, and then we went on a quick walking tour, and then we ended up getting a boat ride along the lake here in Udaipur, and it was just absolutely incredible. I think this is definitely one of the most beautiful places I have seen in India so far through my travels, and I have absolutely loved it. It's just absolutely been gorgeous. But after our boat tour yesterday, we did get some dinner. And after that, honestly, I was absolutely exhausted. I think we went to bed at like 9:30, which is later than I ever usually go to sleep in India. But it was honestly just such a good day, and we definitely made the most of it. But we have spent the morning in bed at the moment. It's almost 8 o'clock, so we're going to go downstairs to our beautiful hotel restaurant and get some breakfast by the lake, which looks absolutely amazing. And we're just gonna have a relaxing morning before we jump back on our flight back to Delhi. And because we just did so much yesterday, we wanted to make sure we really made the most of it, so we could have a relaxing morning this day. A relaxing morning this morning before we jump back on our flight. But definitely excited for another beautiful morning here in Udaipur, and it has absolutely been like a dream. Also feeling quite cute today because it's still quite warm here, so I just have this nice skirt on, which I love. Hey guys, so as you can probably tell, I've been back in Delhi for some time. I didn't really film anything because I just did my usual stuff. Last night I got in and I was really tired, so I just laid and watched Netflix. Today I had some personal things to do. Just went to the gym, the sauna and the spa, things like that, and had a nap before the flight. But I am all ready to go. It has been such a nice trip. Udaipur was so beautiful. I could not believe it. And I've just had a really, really good time. I hope you guys have enjoyed coming with me to the White City, or the City of Lakes, it's also known as, which has been absolutely incredible. I know it's probably a shorter vlog than what I usually do, but to be honest, I just didn't really have that much to talk about. It was mainly stuff to show you. And to be honest, I'm feeling a little bit self-conscious because my eye is quite like bloodshot today. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't want to be on camera too long because it's making me feel, as I said, a little bit self-conscious. I was hoping it would pass during my nap, but it hasn't. So I guess I'll be going home with a bloodshot eye. I'm not really sure why it's bloodshot. I did shake the juice yesterday at breakfast and I thought the lid was on it, but it wasn't, and it went all over me, including on my eyelid, so I don't know if it's got in my eye and irritated it or what. But yes, I was clearly a little bit of an idiot. But yeah, really ready for this flight home. Business is looking full. We have a lot of dietary requirement meals today, so it should be a really good flight. And sorry for the shaky camera, I'm actually just holding it with my arm, but I did armed workout today and they are struggling. So I'm just gonna end it here before this gets any messier. But thanks guys for coming with me to Udaipur today.